All right, the kids want to talk music. I have a music talk.
All right, let's talk music
with
then.
That one or no?
Sure, go ahead.
I go into this with a little bit of trepidation.
All right.
The guy is a guy that I consider a friend. More to me than you. I don't know that you even know him other than you've interviewed him once or twice.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about the re-emergence of Jason Newsted? Have you heard that he's back?
No, all I know is that he had done that solo album.
Yeah.
And then he
disappeared
again.
Yeah.
Even Eric Braverman's put out an APB for the guy. And that's the last I heard of it. And that was literally 2 years ago or more.
Yeah. Well, he's back.
Okay.
He's got a project called Wood and Steel, and Wood spelled WOULD. Wood and Steel. And it's an acoustic project.
Is it steel as in STEEL or STEAL?
AL.
So it's like, would you steal, like, and take something?
But it's wood and steel.
Well, I gotcha.
It's a horrible name for a project.
Okay, I agree.
But at this point, I'll be honest, there's audio here. I have not listened to it. It's like if I'm doing an interview and playing some guitar or something. And I purposely did not listen to it. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't want to get hooked in again. I gave Echo Brain a shot. Sort of liked it a little bit. It wasn't great, but it was okay. I started listening to Voivod again because he was in Voivod. Mm-hmm. Then he split.
Sure.
I got really interested in the Newsted record.
Right.
EP first and then the album.
Mm-hmm.
And then he split that as well. And, of course, you know my feelings about Metallica.
Sure.
I mean, that's how I know Jason, was from the Metallica days.
Right.
And Jason has always been super nice to me. The 15 or so times that we've hung out, or, you know, I've seen him and whatever. But I almost am afraid to get into another project with him because he'll just fucking leave it. You know, what do you think? I mean, is that wise, or is that just me being a douche, or what?
Well, the way that I view Jason Newsted
mm-hmm.
is that obviously, well, at least I think, I don't know this is fact, but mm-hmm. I'm going to assume that he's made his money in life, per se.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was on all those Metallica records.
I understand, but again, you never know what somebody's financial position is. I mean, I'm going to assume he doesn't seem like a very fancy guy.
No, he's not.
So I'm going to make the assumption that whatever money he made through Metallica and whatnot, he probably socked away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was ridiculous with he was very thrifty, you know, like it's in one of the videos, but I've seen it in real life with him stocking away sandwiches.
Okay. Well, regardless, I'm just going to make the assumption that if he didn't ever want to do anything ever again, he's set for life.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So I'm just going to make that assumption.
Okay.
All right. For a guy like him who left the biggest band in the world, biggest metal band in the world.
Sure.
He must have felt comfortable enough to say, you know what, I don't need to do this anymore.
Right.
Now, if he comes back and does a project like he did with the Jason Newsted, release a couple years ago, and, obviously the Echo Brain and Voivod and all that, he only does it when he feels inspired and wants to maybe have a creative outlet.
Right.
Do I expect Jason Newsted to be a constant performer or have a constant presence in the music industry? No, because I think that he just when something strikes his fancy or he gets inspired, he comes out, he'll do it. When he grows tired of it, or if it's run its course, then he'll just go back and become a recluse again.
To me, it just makes it hard to it makes it hard to be a fan because you don't know if he's, serious about it, It seemed like he was really serious about the Newsted record.
Well, and he probably was serious, but I think maybe he got disillusioned with the industry or the business and probably reminded him, oh, yeah, this is the reason why I left.
Oh, left Metallica?
Well, the music business in general. Like, oh, this is the reason why I don't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Because I remember he had some shows or something scheduled in L.A., and I think even Veronica went out for like one of them or something. And, I don't remember what happened, but it just, something got messed up there. The promoter didn't do it right, or he didn't get paid, or there was just something happened. I don't recall exactly what the circumstances were. Right. And it wasn't long after that he disappeared again.
Yep.
So, he probably went, fuck this. Now I remember why I don't do this anymore.
Right.
So what is your point? I know, and again, I think his Newsted thing sounded more like Metallica of old than Metallica does these days.
I agree.
It was very Metallica-ish and sounded more like Metallica than Metallica sounds.
I agree with that too.
And of course, it's been over 2 years now since that came out. But who knows what goes through that guy's mind? I mean, he just like, you know what? Fuck that. I don't need the aggravation.
Yeah, just makes it tough to be a fan, I guess. I don't know. That was my only point with that. Was like, man, oh man, this guy. Because I know him, I'd like to support what he's doing. Sure. But it's really hard to, because he sort of quits everything.
Well, I don't know that he quits it. It's just that, hey, it's run its course. I'm done. I'll be back in a couple years.
Well, he quit Echo Brain. He quit.
Yeah, but maybe it just ran its course for him. It's just like, you know what? I've already been here, done that. It's ran its course. I'm bored with this now.
Yeah, but he gets bored with everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's my point. Is Don. There's times, I'm sure me and you both know this about Don. He gets bored with it. He does.
I mean, the reason he allowed you and I to sequence the last two records,
right?
Because he was tired of it. He was just like, you know what? I'm too close to this. I don't even want to deal with it. Here, you take it. You just you put it in the order you think it should be, and that's the way I'll turn it in.
And even putting out records. He always has said, we've known Don for what, 4 or 5 records at this point?
Yeah, I've known Don since the release of. I got to start knowing him right after Shadow Life came out.
All right, so that leaves what? Broken Bones. Hell to Pay.
Erase the Slate is when I really got involved.
So that's 5-6 albums.
And then Long Way Home, then Hell to Pay. Then Live from the Sun had come out, and that's a live one, obviously.
Lightning Strikes,
Broken Bones. So about 6 records.
Okay. Every time before Don comes to do a record, he tells us he's done.
Yeah, this is my last one. I'm not doing this anymore. But then, of course, the last time he was on the show, when he announced the Japan dates, he's just like, writing a new record.
Exactly.
But it's Inspire. He's inspired with whatever it is that's going on in society today, or what's going on in the world. It's inspired him to want to write some songs.
Right.
I know there was a time when Don was just like, after next year, and this was like 4 years ago, I'm hanging docking up.
Right.
Here we are 5 years in almost, and they're still going strong, and now they're doing a reunion in the fall.
Exactly.
So, it just whatever inspires you at the moment.
Yep, exactly.
And how long has it been since Death Magnetic came out? 8 years?
8 years, yeah.
All right, so, Metallica has not been inspired to write a new record.
Right.
But for whatever reason, they feel that they got something to write, I guess.
guess, or somebody told them that they're running out of money.
Yeah,
They need to do something.
But a record isn't going to give them money.
No, but the touring will.
Well, yeah, but they can tour and make money without a record, though.
It's not that you won't make the same money. They got to, after 8 years, they got to put out. So that's the only reason. Like, you know who you can follow that will tell you that is the truth? Kiss. Because Kiss does not need to make new records. Because they have a huge enough, for better or for worse, Metallica only has 100 songs.
Yeah, but the thing is that Kiss made that big deal with Walmart, though. Well,
but they didn't put Monster out with Walmart, did they?
I think so. I think they did the 2 records with Walmart.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Well, I know Kiss is talking about doing another record. And it's like a point at Paul Stanley's been like he wants to do one and Gene doesn't want to do one. But ultimately it's going to come down to what's going to make them the most money.
Sure.
And that'll mean that they'll do a record. You watch. Because if they can put out one new song in the tour set, they can resell those same tickets to the same dummies that'll buy it.
Right.
And Lord knows, I'm one of those dummies with Metallica. If they put out, like, I saw the Death Magnetic tour, and my favorite 2 songs in the tour were the first 2 from Death Magnetic. That was Just Your Life, and what is the second one? Whatever that song is. But they played those songs, and that made the tour okay to me. That made it worth seeing.
Mm-hmm.
The fans, as dumb as we are, we want to see that new music. At least one song.
Sure.
Not a whole set of it, but, I don't want to see 6 new Metallica songs in a set.
Well, this goes back to, J.J. French talking about, veteran bands doing new music.
Right.
Well, when I saw Armored Saint in Metal Church at the Whiskey a month or so ago,
right,
they both added new songs to their set list from their current releases.
Right.
I think Metal Church played like 3 songs, and I think Armored Saint played at least 2. And they melded in with their classic material.
Right.
I mean, it sounded just like, the set to me sounded like a classic set, even though they added like 3 new songs.
Right.
And they sounded great.
But do you agree with me that the biggest problem that bands have is that they point out that they're going to play a new song now?
Yeah, that might not be such a good idea.
I hate when they do that. Just play something that everybody knows and just go right into the new song.
Sure.
And people will, first of all, if they don't know it, they'll spend half their time trying to remember what it's from.
Yeah.
And you don't lose them.
True.
When you go into, hey, everybody, how we doing tonight? By the way, we got a new album out there tonight. It's called blah, blah, blah. What does that say? It says, fuck it. Let's go fucking take a piss.
Yeah. Beer and piss break.
Yep, exactly. Where if they would just play, if Kiss would come right out of Deuce and, whatever.
Right into a new song, whatever the new Monster or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the new song is, people would just be like, all right, not bad.
Mm-hmm. It's like, what is this exactly?
Yeah. You don't have to tell them that you're going to play something new. Just play it.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, and because I'm a fan, but to hear Metal Church and Armored Saint both play new music was like, wow, that kicked ass.
Yeah. And Armored Saint does not really intro any songs. They just play.
No, they just blow through their set.
Yep. So you're getting old and new, and there's no delineation there.
Mm-mm.
And it doesn't matter. Because it's like all of their stuff fits. Anyway.
It's good stuff.
Yep.